these people to survive. But here's the catch-22. If you're in the same position you've been in for years while maintaining the same friends, then you need to switch friends. As hard as that may sound, you may need to switch friends. You need to separate yourself from negative people, negative thoughts, and not just negative people and negative thoughts, but you also got to separate yourself from people who have nothing to offer you, nothing that they can contribute. People that can only contribute criticism to you. Because guess what? At the end of the day, criticism don't pay bills. Pessimism don't pay bills. You pay bills from your creativity, from your talent, from your hard work, from your endeavors. So it's very important that for today's message, it's a short message, but for today's message, I just want to implore that you all know that if you're going to be successful, one of the number one things you have to do, you may have to move from the most likely move from the neighborhood you live in. If you're putting in the footwork, if you're doing the best you can do to become better or position yourself better, not just for yourself, but for your family, your future family, and the very friends that's holding you back, you got to be strong enough to separate from these people, because these people can offer you nothing. And I hate to say it to you, because right now you're probably thinking about your best friend like, damn, I think he might be. No, I'm not. Don't think I might be. Your mother may be holding you back. Your brother, your father, your best friend, your girlfriend, your husband. These are people that make you spend more than you're supposed to have to spend, and then give you hell at the same time. These are people that you kill yourself for every day, and they don't realize that every time you do for them, you hold yourself back from doing more for you with a vision to be able to give them even more abundance than they used to you already giving them. Some people would just be comfortable with you just paying a bill or two with them and saying, man, stay on this level and keep paying my bill or two until you can't. And when you can't, they're not going to help you out. They just going to move on to the next one. So you got to be smart enough not to fall prey or victim to that stuff. Make your money. Do what you have to do. Don't let nobody distract you, because all people are going to do is create opportunities to distract you, to make sure you don't come up. Because secretly, a lot of people that you help come up are the same people. Even though they're benefiting from you, they secretly want you to fail at the same time, because they can't appreciate the fact they're not in the position you're in to be able to empower them. So a lot of times, your best friends are the people that you feel you give them the most love. You pour them love. You give them nothing but support. You give them nothing but embrace. A lot of times, the people that you give the most love, support, and embrace, those would be the very people secretly preying on your demise. Those would be the ones secretly creating excess in bills for you on purpose, in hopes that you get overwhelmed, in hopes that you tap out and say, I can't handle it no more. Because all they want to hear is an excuse to why they can hurt and blame you, the person that they're feeling they got a false sense of entitlement to. I'm telling you, man, I know what I'm talking about. I had to leave New York to separate from friends and family in order to be empowered enough, in order to be in position enough so I can do what I have to do to survive. I had to leave New York to do that. I had to leave New York, and I had to create a whole new world and a whole new life for me, because at the end of the day, I'd have just been held back by my love for people who keep me stagnant. All facts. So yes, in order to be successful, most of you have to just leave. And you may be afraid to leave, like, who I'm going to talk to, who I'm going to hang out with. That's the problem. You're talking to too much of the wrong people, and you're hanging out with too much of the wrong people doing recreational things. That's the problem. You need to take the time out and find yourself. And you can't find yourself in the midst of other people's company. A lot of times you find out what you really are and who you really are and what you truly are made of when you walk away. And you give yourself an opportunity to introspect. You give yourself an opportunity to see you for who you actually are. That's what I'm talking about. These are all facts. Believe it or not, these are the nuances to success. Very rarely going to be discussed. I don't care how much years you go to school. You'll fail. You'll fail if you don't get your mind right and learn that you got to cut people off sometimes. These are facts. Whew, it's hot out here. I need to cool off. This information got me on fire. That's right. Got me on fire, this information. All facts. Yep. Thank you very much But that's love coming from Brother Polight. I just wanted to share that information. Came to mind. I had a little bit of time. I just wanted to share that free info with you and just let you know that, you know what? Friends and family hold you back the most. And I'm not telling everybody, every friend and every family does it, but I'm going to tell you quite often, where people are struggling, it's a struggle mentality. It's a poverty consciousness. Don't nobody know how to come up and get out. So everybody's suggestion as to what you should do doesn't lead to you being more successful. It leads to them having less burden, because they using you as their crutch in order to survive. You know, your biggest critics are going to be the people leeching off of you. Your biggest critics are going to be the people that got the most to say about you is the people that you working hard for. That's how this thing works on planet Earth. And because you a good person, you'll fight every day to make their life better, while they fight every day to make your shit harder. In the name of love. Funny. You gotta get over it. You gotta get strong people, be strong enough to resist. And when you go away, they'll see the vision after it'd be a few months. I thought it was gonna take a couple years before people would be able to see the vision. Man, it was a few months, and that's what you'll find out. You got rid of the dead weight. It only took me a few months to start experiencing true success, because I'm telling you, the burden that you put on yourself to help other people is what's holding you back. Sometimes you gotta be free. People were free to make the decisions they made to get themselves to the point where they at, to land you in a position where you at, where everybody ain't got a damn thing. So you gotta be free, just like they was free to go to their own clubs, go to their parties, make babies they couldn't afford. You probably one of the babies they couldn't afford. You gotta be free enough to make the decisions you need to make in order to break the chains of poverty. I love y'all. Thank y'all for appreciating the message. I support you. Thank you for supporting me. You know, you go to brotherpolight45@gmail.com if you're ready for the mentorship or the consultation. I love you all. Thank you for every single waking moment of your support. Thank you for everything. Because what many people will never realize is you can only abuse somebody so much before they don't give a damn no more. That's what a lot of people don't realize. A lot of people don't realize they could only abuse you but so much until you just don't care. And you don't want to get to the point where you don't care, because then you lose your spirit, because you want to keep creative. You want to maintain that spirit force that allows you to be creative. And once you're dealing with anger, you lose your creativity. Once you deal with anger, you lose your creativity. Facts. So you can't afford to give in to anger.